everybody, it's me, Edith Rose, the art dog, and I'm just here to say that when my mom was making this video, it didn't actually record the whole time that she was talking about things, so I just thought I would let you know that what you're supposed to do is make 3 little rectangles in your sketchbook that are about the size of an artist trading card or your student ID card. You don't have to measure it really precisely, and like either make an edge with pencil, or if you have some tape you can make edges really easy that way. And then you're going to draw a part of your gridded drawing onto the rectangles the same size as it is on your big drawing, and try to choose an area that has lots of different colors and values and textures in it, not just like one big rectangle full of sky. And then also there is a part of the video where my mom decided to speed it up to make things shorter, and you can hear her talking in it, but you can't understand what she's saying because it's speeded up. But don't worry, it doesn't really matter what she's saying. She's just talking to herself like she does all the time. Okay, bye. Okay, so I'm going to do my first color scheme in what's called a monochromatic. And monochromatic is basically one color plus white to give you tints, and black to give you shades. So I'm gonna move a bunch of my paint out the way, and I'm gonna get me a fairly small brush. Not that one. Oops, I'll use this one. Okay. I have, since I did my ground with the sort of yellow ochreish color, I've cleaned out my water because I don't want that poopy yellow color getting in the way of what I'm doing here. And it's important to clean out your water container once in a while. It's also important not to drink from your water container accidentally. Not that I've been dumb enough to ever do that. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But some of these paints do contain pigments that are actually not good for you. Some of them are carcinogenic, which means that they cause cancer, and some of them are just generally noxious. A lot of the paints that you'll probably be using are possibly going to be safer. I wouldn't ingest them though, because they are plastic. And also avoid getting it on your skin. Every year I do have... Hi, my camera cut out there. Every now and then it does that, and sometimes I manage to catch it in time and sometimes I don't, which is why it's a little hard making demo videos sometimes. So I was just saying, just avoid getting the paint on your skin, and every year I do have a few students who think it would be fun to paint each other, and I know that sounds like fun, but you really don't want to get this stuff on your skin and absorb into your system, and it is plastic, so technically your skin can't breathe once it dries. So I'm going to do my first scheme in a monochromatic. Don't know if I said that already, but that's one color plus white to tint and black to shade. And the color that I chose is a Prussian blue, which is sort of a dark, slightly greenish blue. It's been one of my favorite colors since the 70s, actually. So I'm going to start with my lightest values first. I'm really not set up that well here. Anyway, so if I look on here, the lightest values are probably like the side of my face and my nose where the sun is reflecting, and then the kind of top of the goat's fur. So like there's a couple of approaches, no really correct way. You can blend all of your colors on the palette first and then apply them, or because this is just a quick thing to determine what colors I want to use, I'm gonna actually kind of play around with just mixing the colors as I go. So that means I'm gonna kind of start with white all over the place, and then I'm gonna just sort of like really, really small amount of that Prussian blue to try and build up. See, that's a lot. That's still a lot. You'll notice that some pigments are just like really, really strong. Maybe I will mix some of this before putting it on the paper. What am I looking at? Oh, my eyebrow. That doesn't matter. Okay.
I'm probably not going to end up using any of the black in this. I'm going pretty dark with my hair. Now, because I didn't put a ground on my sketchbook paper, like whatever I create here will probably end up looking a little different once I put it onto my canvas, and that's okay. That's part of the sort of exciting process of thinking and creating art and discovering what happens. I'm trying to figure out what my value of my iris is. I'm gonna speed this up a bit, actually.
Okay, I've finished my monochromatic blue one, and so I want to try another couple of schemes here. There's all kinds of different color schemes that you can use. So if you combine complementary colors together, you can have a color scheme that way. So let's say you combined your actually any pairs of, so let's say you combine yellow and then your red and the complementary color of yellow is violet, and violet's actually a really tricky color to make. In theory, you're supposed to be able to add red and blue together. If I added these red and this blue together, I would end up with brown. So actually a good way to make violet is, okay, all my colors got mixed up, with something like a true blue, like a cobalt blue, and then a magenta, or you can go out and buy violet. Other complementary color pairings are blue and orange, and red and green, and there's all kinds of different, you know, because you can have complementary colors of tertiary colors, which are in between secondary and primary colors. Analogous colors are colors that are beside each other on the color wheels, so you would have like an orange red, or sorry, yeah, like an orange red and a red red, and then a violet red, not violent, hopefully not violent. You can have what's called split complementary, so if you have a split complementary, you would have the complementary color, so you'd have your one color, yellow, and then the complementary color is violet, but to split it, you would have to have a red violet and a blue violet. Did I talk about? Okay, so warm color schemes are typically, we think of warm colors as being the yellow, oranges, and reds, and cool colors as being the blues, greens, and violets. However, it gets a little tricky even in there, because you can have warm and cool versions of all of those colors. So I kind of don't want you to totally freak out about color combinations. I just want you to choose something that works well. I mean, you might use a teal and a purple that you might think looks really good when you combine them together, but you can't actually come up with a name for it, and that's totally fine. So I think for my next one, because I went quite cool with this, can you still see it? With this one, I'm going to go warm, and I'm just going to combine different warm colors together. I've rinsed out my water jug again, and so I'm going to go with yellow. I'm just trying to figure out whether to go with yellow and magenta or yellow and red. So I'm gonna stop it here, and then I'm gonna put it on time lapse once I kind of figure that out. Hi, I'm back. My husband's in bed, so the privacy screen is gone so that Edith can be near me. Hi, Edith. Edith, say hi. Nope, okay. So I thought for my last little sample thing, I would do Viridian Green, which is kind of like a teal, bluey green kind of thing. Magenta, can you see that? That doesn't look very focused. Magenta, and I might add some cobalt blue. I can't even, no, it's just cobalt blue. Anyway, and then of course white and possibly black. So I will put that on time lapse for you. Edith, are you ready to say hi? Edith? Edith? Hello. Say hello to the kitty winks. Hello. Hello. Okay, I've done my 3 little samples. So I can remove the tape. I used painter's tape, so it should come off pretty easy. If you use regular masking tape, that should be fine. I would just recommend like pressing it up and down on your trouser legs a couple times. What's up, Edith? Just to get some lint on there so it's not quite as tacky. And when you're pulling it off, I don't know, can you see what I'm doing? If you pull it kind of flat back on itself, rather than pulling straight up like this, it'll be better. And if it's sticking a lot, you can use a hairdryer on like a low heat, just to kind of loosen up some of the glue to get the tape off. So I'm gonna ask you guys to do at least 3 of these, and if you're, well, I guess if you're drawing and you're just doing pencil, you don't need to do it. But if you're doing pencil crayon, I would recommend doing a couple different color schemes. And you can do more than just 3, that's fine. And as you can see, I made a mess. That's okay. It's my book. So in terms of the ones that I like the best, okay, let's just say I like this one the least. And what's wrong, Edith? Are you bored? I'm sorry. And I like both of these. I think I might go with this one. I don't know, I really like this one. But it was kind of a nice, warm, sunny day. Yeah, I'll probably go with this one. Okay.